Only a short gain on that run. Defense played it well. They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. On the direct snap, it's Goff. He's going to come up about 5 yards short of the line to gain.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, North Carolina.
The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. Able to get the first one of the day away. They did have to send him out 3 times in that victory last week. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play.
These specialists and these return specialists, they got speed for days. But you better hang on to the football. I know you want to make big plays, those splash plays that can change games, but you better secure the football first.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Direct snap. It's Williams. Into a mass of giant bodies. We'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to pass. Takes a hit as he fires. Got him downfield. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
And in this offense, you know as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the snap, it's Williams. Got room to work. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker.
Yeah, And that would be the definition of first down success, putting yourself in a good position. It's 2nd and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating them up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
They'll run for it on 3rd and short. Turning it on! There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the 2nd quarter. They've got a first down here to open the period. On the direct snap, it's Williams. Can't get him to the ground. Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run.
And the defense is going to have more plays like this. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
Got him looking run. He wants to throw. Good timing on the quick out. Now the connection takes it to the 11. They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. He wants to change this route. Looking to throw on 3rd. Snags it! And he will score! Touchdown, Irish! Effective offense, leading the way here in establishing this lead.
And that's how you draw it up, right? You want to come out, be clicking early, get everything going, way to get all the facets rolling. The defense right now on their heels, they have no answers. The offense doing whatever they want.
And he tacks on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Goss. And this Wildcat is going to be deep long, stopped in the backfield.
And this offense on 1st down, man, they go backwards. And they built a deficit, and they've been sluggish. And they just need something to get going, to get started, because they've kind of looked out of sorts and out of rhythm this whole game.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Goss. Shakes off the defender. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the 1st down. The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Grab near the sticks, it's McClure. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. And the Tar Heels have it with a 1st and 10. Lopez to pass. Dances away to buy time. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. And he's got it inside the 15-yard line.
Well, he was putting up big numbers coming into this one. We knew the quarterback was going to go his way early and often, and with that last catch, he's now got over 500 yards receiving on the year.
We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. It's McClure. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Defense is about firing off, hitting the offensive guys, and staying in your gaps. Everybody knowing where they're supposed to be. You could tell the defense, everyone was right where they're supposed to be, nowhere to run.
Lining up in the wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the snap, it's Gauze. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the wildcat.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the...
And the defense makes a play, and they get the quarterback down at the 26.
Really good play by this defense, and you know exactly what you're getting with this guy. Man, he is electric. He is dynamic. He'll make plays, so you got to do a good job of containing him in the pocket. And when he starts to scramble, chase from one side. Don't overlap with another guy. Nice job by the defense.
It's good. That cuts into the deficit. It's now 21-10. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup this week in the ACC, fellas. Florida State has the lead at this time, but there haven't been quite as many tomahawk chops today as we expected. This is close. They're up by 7 over Boston College. Never know what's going to happen in the ACC, and we'll circle back if anything develops. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. As you watch how a season unfolds and you get off to a good start like these, there he goes! Past the 50. Inside the 30. He's at the 10. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Fighting Irish! No mid-season doldrums for these guys as they push out the lead in Week 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point sails through for a 28-10 lead. They wasted no time on that drive. Got it on their 25, and 2 plays later, they're in the end zone. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Gauze. And the Wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Lopez wants to fire. Pocket breaking down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
Quarterback making adjustments. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. Under fire. Looking deep. He's got it along the sideline. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
I love offensive coordinators that take shots in sudden change situations. You just got the takeaway. You're not wasting any time. Defense is jogging on the field. They barely have time to line up. You take a shot deep down the field, and you hit it, adding insult to injury to the opponent. That is a great play call.
Oh, he's got enough space. Touchdown, Notre Dame. And they add 6 more to that trip to the house.
You know, oftentimes in college football, the best offenses are the ones that can create explosive plays just like you saw right there. They're top 10 in the nation in points per game because they don't have to drive the field. They've got dudes scattered all over this offense that can take it the distance on any given play.
And he knocks the extra point through the uprights. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Lopez to pass. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. Makes the catch down the right side. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46. You get a play like that, and you feel like you can go in and finish the deal. It'll be 1st and 10 from just inside the 50. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the wide receiver. Second down, they'll go to the air. Here's the pressure. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The defense calls the timeout. Their 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Not a lot of good plays for 3rd in California, so you're just trying to get a completion and help out your punter, but they can't even get that executed.
The Tar Heels will punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Catches it cleanly at the 20. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Opening snap of this drive comes from the 31-yard line. The toss to the outside. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Williams. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. After the last run, would you just give it to him again on third down? From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his tight end. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. On the direct snap, it's Williams. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one.
The defense is able to finally stop this guy, but he has been on fire. We're only in the second quarter, and he has been absolutely lighting it up in this one. Nice job that time, defense, but you know this guy's going to get a lot more carries.
Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. Fires to the wideout. A strike downfield. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. It's Williams. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
You can't let the same guy beat you over and over and over again. You got to make adjustments. Sometimes you got to bring more guys in the box, more guys to the football, and make sure he's not the one who beats you.
Lost yardage on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. He might want another play. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
Well, the offense has had their way all game long up to this point. Finally, the defense is able to make a play. And I'll tell you, after that hit, that receiver, he's going to be thinking twice about running that route again.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking for the score. Complete to the left. Touchdown, Irish! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And we are officially in blowout mode. This offense has been up and down the field. We've seen so many explosive plays, and they score again before going in at halftime, guys. I'm hoping we can have a running clock here in the second half.
Well, you could draw a line in the middle, and he would have hit that thing. Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Final seconds of the first half. Let's see if they can pull off a little magic. Scanning the field, it's Denson. He unleashes a long one. Snags it down the right side. Turning on the Jets. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Notre Dame 46, North Carolina 10.
We're just about ready to start the second half. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. On the snap, it's Gauze. Tried to move that pile forward. He maybe gets 2. He's down at the 21.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Looking to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
This quarterback has been struggling to find a rhythm in this game so far. Didn't have a ton of success in the first half, so here he is trying to ignite the offense with a deep shot, but they're not able to come away with the completion.
Wide receiver going in motion. Back to pass, it's Denson. Quick completion on the out. At the 45, on his way. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
Off play action on first down. He'll try to do it himself. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment.
Yeah, I think you're just seeing the experience this guy has, right? He's so poised that initially he's flushed out of the pocket, nothing's open, and he doesn't panic. He's not throwing it away. He's not sliding early. He just knows where the defense isn't, and he's able to attack that space with his speed and get a positive play.
Looking downfield on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Burt. Touchdown, North Carolina! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone. That had touchdown written all over it from the moment he caught the ball. Big play, big run for the school.
Yeah, it had touchdown written all over it because nobody was covering it. It'd be a good idea to get a hand on him. You know, listen, I know you guys got some speed, and maybe you give him a cushion and give him some space, but that was a little aggressive on the space department there.
Gets it out to the 20, about 5 yards short of where he'd be if he'd just taken a knee in the end zone. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They'll go back to work with a sizable margin still up there on the scoreboard. The give is to Williams. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Well, this defense obviously knows they have to be able to stop the run now in the second half if they're going to win this game. And you wonder if they were able to make some tweaks and some adjustments at halftime, maybe getting some more bodies close to the line of scrimmage to give themselves a chance to come back in this game.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, it goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down.
Well, the receiver did everything right. He ran a good route. He got his head around. He just didn't finish the play. Just look it in.
Notre Dame facing a 3rd and long, trying to keep this drive alive. Wants to adjust the pattern. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Grabbed in the middle. It's Williams. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. Wants to throw on first down. Got it behind the line. It's Williams. Brings him to the open. Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a first down.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call.
North Carolina.
Notre Dame ready to go back to work with another first down.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Down.
The give is to Williams. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue in to him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Bounced out of bounds at the 43-yard line. Notre Dame right back to the line. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. With the catch, it's Williams. He'll go out of bounds right at the 30-yard line. A big play as this offense in business.
A lot of smiles right now on this offense. They've got a big lead, and they're just having fun out there. They're still throwing the football. These receivers are still getting open. Pass protection is still great. This quarterback's thinking to himself, man, I'm going to be padding my stats here in the second half of this game because everything we're dialing up is working.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. The toss sweep to the right. Turning it on. Headed to the end zone. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Fighting Irish. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. The last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they could go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on that.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They've clearly found that dude. They score here, we're in for a ball game.
Tuna, squirrel, gaucho.
Lopez wants to fire. Throws for the tight end. Interception, and things are going from bad to worse. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
Really nice job there by the defense, because I think they baited the QB into trying to fit that one in over the middle of the field. Remember, it's a big zone coverage. They've all got their eyes on him back there in the pocket, and they just let him feel like, maybe I can fit this football in. Not so fast. They come away with the pick.
Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Man, what a drive that was the last time they had it. Basically the length of the field. Much better starting point this time. Grabbed over the middle. It's Richardson. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
I love playing man-to-man defense, and I love getting up in your kitchen and jamming you at the line of scrimmage, but it's really hard when they start running these crossing routes and drags and ends, because now I'm in chase mode, and the QB has a little bit of space a lot of times, and those fast guys can create some separation and get a first down like they did there.
It's first down from the 37-yard line.
Here we go.
The offense changing the play. To the air on first down. Fires to the middle. He's got an open man. Going over. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire. You might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results, because everything else ain't working anyways.
They're set to kick it off. You think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line.
42 Spider.
Lopez to pass. Throws to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Green. He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot it at the 37. With that last catch, he now breaks the 1,500-yard mark for his career.
And that's a pretty good accomplishment, man. Hitting 1,500 yards, that speaks to your consistency, your durability, and your playmaking ability, Palmer, to consistently make plays, because when you got those guys as a quarterback, you find it.
It's pretty nice. 1,500 yards, obviously a great number. The cool thing about him, though, he doesn't care about the stats. This guy just wants to win week in, week out. He's hungry, and he's made plays throughout his career.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Going to take a shot at this DB. Intercepted deep in his own end. Got some room to run.
And talk about being an impact player for his defense. That's now his second interception in this game. Time and time again, when they've thrown his direction, he's come up with a big play. And in a tight game like this, those two interceptions, that is massive for this defense.
Here come the Irish back on offense. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
And it's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room, because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Notre Dame trying to keep this drive moving on 2nd and short.
Green 25.
Might be changing the route. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. Bringing it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. To the air, it's Denson. Quickly complete. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. And now on 2nd down for this offense. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. So will the beatdown continue, or is this a comeback for the ages in store? We'll see as we start the 4th. It'll be 2nd down as we open the final stanza. Back to pass. Catch in the middle, it's Burt. And he's brought down after a nice gain. All the way down at the 33-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Looking to throw on 1st down. Gonna take a shot. Hits him in stride inside the 10. They make the tackle, but he's got a fresh set of downs, and it's 1st and goal from the 7.
Let's go. We got some life. We made a big play, something to build off of. We need a lot of points, and we need them quickly. Time's running out. We're trailing big in this ballgame.
The snap sets up to throw. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Tar Heels. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
Well, it's good to finally see this offense have a little bit of success, because that has not been the case in this game. Nothing has gone their way. They keep shooting themselves in the foot. You know, guys, coaches are always trying to find things to build on, and this is at least something late in this game, scoring that touchdown that hopefully helps build their confidence the next time they take the field.
Notre Dame 56, North Carolina 24.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. No reason to risk trying to field that one as it skips through the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. At the 35, he's got room. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field, can take it the distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. It's Richardson.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the 1st down.
The Irish come to the line facing 2nd and short. Wants to go up top. Oh, they're after him. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They had been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
And he can't grab the bullet pass on 3rd down.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
And on 4th down, they'll try to put 3 on the board. And he's going to have to get into this football. This is a 53-yard attempt. No Good. Because no game is perfect, something has to go wrong, so the coach will have something to gripe about in film. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week. Wide open, he makes the catch. Seizing that open space, an opportunity all the way inside the red zone. They'll mark it at the 19. They keep count of their number of explosive plays, and that last one has them set up 1st and 10 at the 19. Motion from the wideout. From the red zone, looking for a space. Got it in the middle, it's Coleman. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
I'll tell you, you've got to give this defense credit. That was only his 2nd catch of the game. He came into this as one of the best receivers in all of college football, but this defense had a plan. They have shut him.
And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UNC! This game is almost certainly decided already, but the good news is for the next game, guys still flying around, still playing hard, not really hanging their heads.
Long season. This is early in the season. Still got plenty of time. Still find out which plays you like, which you don't, and you keep running them, keep getting better at them. So use this as practice.
Now to make sure this kickoff team covers properly to pay off that last scoring drive. And he takes this from inside the 5. Here come the Irish, back on offense. They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. That's a nice pickup to give them some breathing room, and they've got it out to the 27.
And this is the part of the game where you can really see this guy take over, right? Like, you've got the lead, the big running back. He's physical in the 4th quarter, starting to get a little bit tired. Let's see if he can keep this going.
Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. The offense very fortunate to get that ball back. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. Cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that.
Not a lot of daylight. He gets one to the 32.
And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Quarterback making checks. Snap from the gun on 3rd down. The throw to the outside is complete. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
And it's tough on the defense there. 3rd down, you're in zone coverage. Everybody's watching the quarterback, and you're trying to make a break on the ball, but he just got it out of his hands too quickly, and the throw was too accurate. Really nothing you can do there, and it's now a fresh set of downs.
Notre Dame ready to go with another 1st down. On the run, it's James. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
They're trying to run the football. There's just nowhere to go for the ball carrier inside. He tried to bounce it to the outside. That linebacker way too fast. He met him there and forced the TFL.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
Never say die attitude, and I love that, especially in these young players, because they're out there competing. And I know the scoreboard right now doesn't look pretty. They're not going to come back and win this football game, but I just love kids that are competing until there's zeros on the clock.
To the air. It's Denson. Couldn't quite hang on to the pick, and he will be thinking about that one for a long time. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. Going downfield for the big play. He's got it for a big play. And the best thing about this, the offense can't worry about the scoreboard. Just keep trying to make plays like that, Jesse.
I know a lot of people in the stadium probably feel like this game is over, and maybe it's been over for a while, Reese, but don't tell that to this quarterback and his teammates. They're still out there scrapping.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, North Carolina.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to...
Oh, now the kicker's going to throw it. And the defense drags him down.
Is no good. That keeps the score.
So after getting into the end zone on that last drive, they're set to kick it away.
37.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Gonna run it. It's James. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Come on, set.
They feed him again. And he won't quite get there, but boy, after that pickup, just a few inches to go for the first, an array of possibilities here. The Irish needing just inches for the first down.
Let's go.
It'll be a run on 3rd and short. Crosses the 40. And that will be the final play as the clock strikes 0 here.